Welcome, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are fine and I hope you are in a good health. My dear students, we are still talking about Unit 12, but today with Lesson 4. We are going to discuss some new words together, my dear students. Let's start together with the first word. The first word is acclaimed. 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 Acclaimed means highly praised. Highly praised. Acclaimed means highly praised. The next word with me is what? Stern. 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 Can you see an example with me about stern? This acclaimed character was so stern in Harry Potter movie. Stern. Don't forget, my dear students, that giving an example about the word is a way to give the meaning of the word. Don't forget that you have to guess the meaning of the word. Help yourself to able to choose or to able to use your English language. Here the next word is captain. 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 I think here it's clear from the picture or the photo. Here the captains of the pilot of the plane or pilots here sitting in cabin. Pilots are sitting in what? Cabin. So the cabin is the area for passengers on aircraft? Yes. And especially for the pilot. For the pilot. The next word with us is attendant. Attendant. The verb is attend. Who attended the party today? Here I'm asking about the people who attended the party. Each one of them is called attendant. So the word is attendant. Attendant. Attendant is a person who provides a service to the public, such as on a flight. Attendant. مضيف أو مضيف. This helpful attendant treated all the passengers what? Courteously. The next word is courteously. Courteously means politely, kindly. So something is done or said in a polite manner. In a polite manner.
Expression.
The next word with us is expression. Expression is called what? Expression. Expression. Yeah. If you saw my face, it's clear. If I am angry, or happy, it's clear from my expression. Yeah. So look on someone's face that shows a particular emotion. A particular what? Emotion. The next word with me is what? Huh? Who can read with me? Confrontational. Confrontational? Yes, I think it is a long word, but easy word. Confrontational, likely to seek argument or disagreement. To seek what? Argument or disagreement. Disagreements. What about mumble? Mumble,
Mumble.
mumble, 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 mumble. Look, the girl is doing what? She mumbles to her grandfather. Mumble. Mumble to say something quietly, making it too difficult for others to hear. To hear. Stunned. 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 Means what? Astonished? Yes, or shocked. Look here, I think it will be clearer from the photo. Look here. This person, this boy, he said, what? What? He is astonished from what? From something he sees. So he is stunned. Now, my dear, let's go to the next part or the second part in our lesson. It is grammar. Grammar about what? About relative clauses and pronouns. Relative clauses and pronouns, my dear, are used to join two sentences. We need to make them only one sentence. We have who, which, where, when, whose, and so on. Here, as you see here, relative clauses and pronouns, as I told you, who for people, which for things or animals, where for places, when for time, whose that replaces possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns. Look here, my dear students. Here we don't talk about using who as a question, but we use it to join two sentences together to become only one sentence. Okay? Don't forget that whose, as you see here, refers to position, as I told you here. My sister whose name is Salma, whose name اللي اسمها. My sister whose name is Salma is 17 years old. Don't forget that whose replaces the possessive pronouns like what? His, her, your, our, their, and so on. Okay? I told you where about the place, to talk about a place. Let's see an example, my dear, here about where. In Abu Dhabi, where she was born, in Abu Dhabi, where حيث she was born, Munira has become famous. In Kuwait, as a place where she learned to fly, Munira had to study hard. Here the word where used to describe a place. A place is called what? Abu Dhabi or Kuwait. Here, my dear, open your Students Go page 92 to see together. Exercise B. Relative clauses given extra information about people, things, or places. Here we concentrate on who or which or where. If you wanted to talk about people, you have to use who. About places and things, use which. About places, use where. About things and animals, we have to use which. Let's see together. Now, you have to put who or which or where. Let's see together. Okay, tell me the first one. For people is what? Huh? Yes, that's right. Is who. Who is used for people. And whose, but whose for possessive pronouns. Things and animals, I told you this what? Which, keep with me. Now you can keep with me. Keep it with me. We use which for things and animals. It's what? Which. For places we use where. Where. Excellent. Let's go with exercise 2. Complete the joke pillow with these relative pronouns. You have to choose where, which, who, or whose. This is a very important question, my dear students, and you can see it. You can see it in the final exam. Now you have the time to read carefully and quietly and choose which one, where or which, who or whose. Don't forget, where for places, which for animals and things, who for people, and whose for possessive pronouns. You have 1 minute to check 1 and 2. Now let's go to see if your answer with 1 and 2 is right or not. Let's see together. An acclaimed film director. I think here it's clear director is a person, so we have to use who. Who is wearing an expensive suit, gets on a plane, he sits in the first class area. It is a place. We have to use where or which. Yes, which. Why? Because we heard describe the area as unhuman class area. Is at the front of the plane. A flight attendant, here we are talking about a person. A person. Use who. Who knows the film director doesn't have a first class ticket. Asks him courteously to move to the economy area. The film director whose expression, do you know? The last sentence is called what? His expression. His expression. So we deleted possessive pronoun his and we put whose expression suddenly becomes very stern. Replies, I am an important film director and I have many important words. I'm sitting here until we get to Kuwait City. Kuwait City as what? As a place where I have a very important meeting. The attendant as a person, we use who. The attendant who doesn't want to become confrontational, doesn't know what to do. The flight, it is unhuman. Unhuman. It is a thing. The flight, which is already 15 minutes later, cannot get underway until everyone is in their seat. Eventually, the attendant calls the pilot as a person who is waiting to take off. The pilot leaves his cabin, walks up to the film director and mumbles something in his ear. The director stands up and goes to his seat, which is at the back of the plane. The attendant, who is completely stunned, asks the pilot what he said. The pilot, as a person, but the last sentence is called his face. We delete his as a possessive pronoun and we put a relative pronoun what? Whose. Whose face? Here the pilot again, whose face is now relaxed and smiling, says, I told him that his latest film is only being shown in the area half of the plane. Here, another point or grammatical point, the third conditional F. Here, the third conditional F, the rule, F must be followed by past perfect. Past perfect means had plus past participle. The second sentence should have would have plus past participle. An example, if there had been life on Mars, we would have found it. Okay, the meaning of the third conditional, my dear students, is used. The third conditional F is used to talk about imagined past situation. Something happened in the past, but now we regret about it. So we use the third conditional of. Let's back again to see a new word, my dear students. A new word with me, corporation. Corporation. Corporation, a group of companies. Companies, restaurants, hotels, corporations. Corporation.
resemble,
The next word with me is called what? Resemble. Resemble, to look or seem like. To look or seem like. Resemble. Like if I told you, you look like your father, means you resemble your father. Now, my dear students, book on page 93, phrasal verbs with take. Take, يأخذ, but it will have a different meaning with the preposition, with another words. If you join take with another preposition or another word, it will have a different meaning. Like what? Take after, take apart, take away, take against, take something back, take off, take over, take on. It's an exercise about it. Match the phrasal verbs. Matching. It is matching. Let's see together. Matching. Take after someone. Takes what? Look like, take after. Look like, يشبه. Take something back to return. يعني يرجع. Take off. Start flying. Take someone out. Go somewhere with somebody social. Take something over. Take over. To get control of something. Take something up. Take up. Start a new activity. Here, my dear students, complete the sentence from A to G with the correct part of the phrasal verb with take. With take. It's up to you, my dear. You have to complete it inside your home and you can check it with your teacher. But I help you to give you an answer. But don't look at the answer before doing it yourself. Now, my dear students, pronunciation. ED endings. Listen and repeat these pairs of verbs. In each case, the first word is a present symbol and the second is the past symbol of the verb. How many syllables does each word have? Let's listen together, my dear.
Unit 12, 12.1, page 93, exercise 4. A.
Arrive, arrived.
B.
Start, started.
C.
Learn, learned.
D.
Land, landed.
E.
Want, wanted.
F.
Change, changed.
Thank you, my dear students, for listening. Let's
Unit 12,
listen again.
12.1, page 93, exercise 4. A.
arrive, arrived,
B,
start, started,
C,
My dear students, thank you so much for listening. But let's complete listening. Let's
learn,
again.
learned,
D,
land, landed,
E,
want, wanted,
F,
change, changed.
Thank you so much for listening, my dear. Now listen and read the past tense verbs. Now, my dear students, very important to listen to me.
.2, page 93, exercise 5. A,
We arrived at the airport 2 hours early.
B,
Munira started to fly at a young age.
C,
Munira learnt to fly in Jordan.
D,
She was excited when she took off and landed.
E,
Munira always wanted to be a pilot.
F,
Munira's ambitions have not changed.
Thank you so much, my dear students, for listening. And it is the last point with us, my dear. It is closure. Our pleasure today, my dear, about the strongest principle of growth lies in the human choice. It's called by George Eliot. Here, my dear, put in your mind, the strongest principle of growth lies in the human choice. So you have to be careful when you choose something, especially your friend. Now, my dear students, we have finished our lesson for today. Thank you so much for listening. Hoping to see you next period in a good health. Bye, my dear students. Bye.